Hey, on this week's roundup, we have 6 new releases that we're going to review, and then we're going to try something new at the end, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sean here with Some Dude in Texas. Now this past week, there were a lot of metal releases, and I went through most of them, and I picked out 6 to review. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So the first band is a 4-piece band out of Athens, Georgia, named Beast Mode. Pretty cool name. Name of the album is Seventh Solstice, and it's a 5-song EP. It's shared. The vocals are actually shared by the 2 guitar players and the bass player, so it's kind of cool. You get different tones and different vocals in each song. But the guitar players, man, they're killer. The intro at the beginning is like a classical guitar piece. Sounds real neat. And the solos throughout are just awesome, man. Real tastefully done. And then just great rhythm and great drumming, just great musicianship all the way around. I would say the style is around, it's blackened thrash / melodic death metal. Probably leaning a little bit more towards the thrash metal. But like I said, great 5 songs. I'd say my favorite song on here would be Blasphemy. And it's pretty cool. Once again, it's Beast Mode out of Athens, Georgia. I think y'all like them, so check them out. All right, so this next album's from a band in Spain named Scars of Oblivion. Let's see if I can get the album name right without messing it up, but it's Misanthropy. 7 great songs of melodic, technical death metal / deathcore. Now, I'll tell you what, these guys are great musicianship. The songs are written well produced, just great riffs, great guitar playing. It's kind of upper mid to moderate fast tempo, so it's got some fast parts to it. I'd say my favorite song on this, the one that really stuck out, was Industrial Humanity. So once again, Scars of Oblivion, Misanthropy from Spain. I think you'll dig it. Check it out. Right now, this next band from Italy. Hopefully, I get the name correct here, but it's Sepulchral. The name of the album is Scourge. It's a 4-piece band, 12 songs. It's off the Time to Kill record, and it's moderate fast tempo. And it's got, it's kind of got that Tampa sound, the late 80s, early 90s, I would say leans a lot towards, musically wise, Cannibal Corpse. Vocals, a little different, but man, this is just brutal, kind of old school style death metal. Heavy chugging guitars, man, with occasional squeal here and there. Also got, like I said, a heavy low vocals. Not Chris Barnes sounding, but heavy, and it sounds good. I mean, if you like Cannibal Corpse, like who doesn't, you'll definitely like this album, so check it out. Right now, this next album is from a band from Japan, and the name is, another tough one here, Parasitario. And the name of the album is Everything Belongs to Death. And this is on FDA Records. Now this is a 3-piece band, and it's along the lines of death, gore guts, skeletal remains. And speaking of that, the guy Dedi Badik that did the album work for Skeletal Remains also did the album work on this cover here, and it's pretty cool. I like it. Now they do have I think a couple EPs and a demo prior to this. And just great old school, death metal. You're going to hear me say that a lot, but for a 3-piece band, I checked out some of these guys' videos, and they sound great, sound huge, man. They just they own it, when they're up on stage. I was really impressed with this. Hope to see them, put out more, man. It's great, like I said, great old school style death metal, man. These guys are crushing it. All right, now the next album from a band, these guys, they were buddies, right? They kind of been around a while and been in a bunch of other bands, and they kind of got together and jammed and formed this band. But it's Siege of Power, and this album is called This Is Tomorrow, and this is on Metal Blade Records. Now this is a mid-tempo to kind of moderate fast tempo album. Old school thrash, death metal, kind of sounds like Sodom, some old Sodom, and then also a little bit of Motorhead. couple songs that got that, that vibe, that Motorhead vibe, but the vocals are a lot different, of course, more kind of higher pitch, just kind of gnarly, nasty, death metal type vocals. Now there's a song on there called Ghost of Humanity, and it starts off really slow. It's kind of different, pace than the other songs. Starts off slow, but then it kind of kicks in and gets a lot faster and heavier. Now some of the songs that really stuck out to me on this album was going to be Force Fed Fear. Yeah, Force Fed Fear. There we go, got it right. This first song, it just comes out, it's hit, it's pretty heavy. And then also Oblivion, and then The Devil's Grasp, and then No Salvation. Pretty cool album. Every song's kind of a little different. Like I said, you got some of the old school thrash, death metal, but also kind of that Motorhead vibe as well. If you kind of like that variety like that, I think you'll like this record, so check it out. Now, this last album is from a band that's been around since the early 2000s. Now, as I stated before, I've been living under a rock, so I have heard of these guys, but never listened to any of their songs, and that is Man Must Die. Album is The Pain Behind It All. Now, I'm not familiar with their catalog, so I really can't compare this album to their previous releases. But listening to it with new ears to this band, I mean it's heavy. It's just 10 tracks of that technical death metal / deathcore. The production is just real tight, not raw, just that real tight production to it. And it's well done, and also just got a lot of quick, stops, tight breakdowns. I hate to say it, but kind of Meshuggah-ish sounding. But like I said, guitars, just chugging, slower grooves, and probably a slow to mid, maybe upper fast tempo on this album. The songs that stand out is going to be the self-titled, The Pain Behind It All, In the Hour Before Your Death, and Enabler. Like I said, I'm not familiar with these guys, not able to compare to their previous albums, but I enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to go back and check out their previous releases. All right, like I said earlier, we're going to try something new on this episode. Each week there's a lot of new releases, and I can't just, can't get to them all. I like to keep it within about 5 to 6 reviews, and then keep the time under 10 minutes, 12 minutes max. That way I'm not putting you out through too much torture. So this week we're going to try something that I call the 1 minute review. That way we get a few more reviews in each episode. So this week I'm going to do 3 bands in 1 minute. So hopefully this is not too much of a train wreck. We'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get the timer started. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, first band is out of Belgium named Moordcall. And this is a 5-song EP named Feeding the Machine Part 1. So I assume there's going to be a Part 2. This is a Swedish death metal style in the vein of At the Gates. Fat guitar tones and the higher pitched vocals, real flimmy, sounding. Pretty cool, check it out. Next band is a 2-piece band out of Canada named Unleash Carnage. Album is called Madness in Red. This is a 3-song EP, brutal death metal, just heavy chugging guitars, and got that heavy vocals, but with distinction, with the occasional pig squeal. And the last band is out of Australia, named Idle Ruin, and it's a 9-song album named The Fell Tyrant. Now this is along the lines of kind of blackish thrash, / death metal. 3-piece band with the singer is actually the drummer. It's pretty cool. Check out their live videos, especially if you like the hair mill. So check them out. Hey, we got it done. Not too bad. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this 1 minute review, if that's something I should continue doing. All right, well that wraps up this week's episode of Metal Roundup. Be sure to let me know what y'all think about these albums that I reviewed, and also about the 1 minute review. If you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe and like button, and please continue to leave the comments, man. I'm enjoying that. I'm having fun talking to you guys. So once again, hey, thanks for watching, and until next time, y'all take care. Y'all come back now, you hear?